Welcome back, guys. So in this video we're going to be finishing up the series, adding the final touches to the environment. So without further ado, first thing I want to do is actually add some smoke to better refine this stuff here. So what I want to do is remember, inside the content folder we go inside the starter kit, and then we go inside the particles, and we'll see these options. And what I want to do is grab the P smoke, which is particle smoke, and better refine this area with actual smoke going along with that. And I'll add some here coming out of these vents. Just bring it back a bit. Just subtle details like this really go a long way. Bring it out a bit more. And I'll drag a couple more, so one more coming out this vent here. You don't want to overdo it, but just, in random places around the environment to help sell it. Now what I'll do is, I told you fix these and add mirrors here. So what I want to do is go to the basic tab here, and I'm going to drag a cube to basically embody the window. And we can downscale these. And I just want to turn off the snapping really quick so I can, get a better scale. I'm going to make this roughly about the right size. And then instead of duplicating this now, I'll duplicate it after I add a material. And I'm going to go back to my content folder, and where it says low poly, I'll actually just make it here. So I'll right click, add a new folder, and name this materials with a Z, just so it's unique. And I'll open that up. Now that I open that up, I can right click and go to material and add a new material. And I'll name this foggy glass, so Foggy, and then name it glass. And I'll dive into there by double clicking it. And we're going to create our own glass material. So remember, right click to pan. And first things first, I want to change the blend mode. So I'll slide this slider to the side so we can see it more. And what I want to do is change opaque. So where it says material, I want to change opaque to translucent. So that basically gives it the property of being transparent, right? Now I want to right click and type spiral. So let's zoom in a little bit so we can see this. And I want to right click and type spiral, right? And that's going to give us some options that we can choose from. And I want to choose the spiral blur scene texture. So search for spiral blur scene texture. Either of these are fine. And once you select it, we have this option here. And now we want to just connect these nodes to the perspective node areas. So the result node here will go into the emissive color, and then the scene color clamp will just drag into the opacity, right? And then if we middle mouse scroll out, we can go to where it says distance. And if we just drag this node out, we can just drag it to the left. And then what we can then do is type in scalar parameter. So SCALAR scalar parameter, and you'll see it here. And now we can go and change the values on the left side. So we can name this right now to maybe fog amount. Hit enter. And you also see it changed here on the left where it says parameter name. And we want to change the values of the default value to something like let's see, 0.005, And we'll do the same value for the minimum, so 0.005, and for the max will be 0.1. Then we can hit enter, right? So now we want to apply this to the material. So hit apply, let it do its job, and then we'll hit save. And then we'll exit out of this, right? Now what I want to do is right click on this foggy glass material and then go to the top where it says create material instance. And what this allows me to do is create an instance of it that I can drag and drop onto the actual model to make it transparent. And really quick, you can see that it's transparent, it looks good, and it's reflective as we need it to be. But as well, we can change the fogginess on it by double clicking and then enable fog amount. And if we just slide this up or down, you see the material changes, and it changes in the scene as well. So we create our own material, own foggy material, so we can save, exit, and then we can just duplicate this mirror now. So hold Alt, drag it out, just go from here. So hopefully you guys really enjoyed this course, because I actually had fun, and you know, it was a long journey, but I think it was worth it. And I think I put a lot into this, so you guys can take away more. So lastly, what I can do is add one more light on the other side of here, just to help with some more breakup as far as the asymmetry goes. So I'll dial this back down, and I'll hit R to scale, and I'll just make this a lot smaller, but also changing the intensity higher. And I can raise this up or lower it while also changing the color to something drastic like red. And let's hit OK. We could bake another, do another bake if we need to, but let's hit G and let's play test this really quick. Now we're done with the course, but I may add a couple items so you guys can plug into your environments, because right now it's just an environment, but once you add more props to it, you can really take this to the next level. We could add emissive textures for lights, because we didn't really go over modeling lights, right? And I did that intentionally, so we can play with the lights inside of Unreal without making them inside of Substance Painter. And also we can make emissive textures for like exit signs. We can add red lights, say there's an alarm going off and that's why everything's smoking. So and look how that smoke looks coming out of that texture. I think that really gives it a nice touch. So if you guys like this course, please give it a good rating, as well as if you like it on YouTube, give it a like, comment, and share with other people so they can find this channel. It definitely helps me out a lot. So without further ado, I'll catch you guys in the next course.